for the ultimate in knitting versatility, you are probably going to love our Options Interchangeable needle set. This is a needle set that comes with needle tips, cables, and a whole range of accessories. And what you're able to do is create all sorts of different lengths of circular needles. So I'll just go through with you and talk about what's included in the set. First, you'll find a range of needle tips starting at a size 4 up to a US 11. And just one note that I want to make is that we do have larger sizes in these needle tips. They just don't come included with the set. This is kind of your basic set, and sometimes, you know, if you want to knit on super bulky yarn, we definitely have needle tips to accommodate that too. We also have a US 10.75 needle tip that you can get separately. It's not included in the set though. Next up, you'll find are these cables. These are what you're going to attach to your knitting needle tips to make your circular needle. What's included in the set are two 24-inch cables, and the 24 inches is going to be after you attach the needle tip. So the cable itself isn't 24 inches, but your entire needle from tip to tip is going to be 24 inches after you attach them. You'll also find a 32-inch cable here, slightly longer. And just like with our needle tips, there are larger sizes online. The same is true of our cables. You'll find a whole range of sizes that go all the way up to a 60-inch length. So again, the same is true for all the cables. The cable length isn't going to be 60 inches, but it's going to create a 60-inch needle from needle tip to needle tip. Next up are these little circular tags here, and what these allow you to do is if you're in the middle of a project and you need that size needle because you just need to start another project with a size 8 needle, you can actually take the needle tips off of the needle that you're working on, and say you have live stitches all on here, remove your needle tip, screw on one of these cable holders, and that's going to allow you to change out your needle tips. Maybe you're just getting frustrated with the project and you just need something easy to work on. Just put on these end caps here and you'll be able to use your needle tips for another projects without worrying that all your stitches are going to drop down. Your project is going to remain intact. So just like this, your live stitches would be on your cable with your project attached, but you don't have to be worried that it's going to unravel or the stitches will drop. And that comes with 8 included in the set. Next up is this tiny little tool that we call the cable key. This is really the important part when it comes to tightening your knitting needle tip to your cable. It's going to allow you to get a little bit extra grip as you're tightening your cable to make sure it doesn't loosen as you're starting your project and knitting. So I'll show you how to connect one of the needle tips to the cable right now. Another really great feature about our needle set is that they have the sizes stamped onto the metal ferrule, both the US and the millimeter size. So it makes it really easy to know what size needle tip you're reaching for without a needle gauge or a needle sizer. So all you do is take your little cable key here, and on your cable, you're gonna find a little hole right on the metal ferrule. And I'm just gonna take my little cable key and insert it through that hole, just like that. And then I'm gonna take my needle tip and I'm just gonna screw it on while holding the cable key in place. And that's gonna allow me to really get extra grip on my needle tip as I'm tightening it without moving the cable actually. So you'll be able to get a really nice tight grip on your needle. And again, that's just gonna ensure that your needle tip stays attached to your cable. And that's really important to do when you're knitting. You don't want your needle to come loose. So anytime you start a project, you really want to be sure to use your cable key and really tighten the needle tip to your cable. And again, there's all kinds of accessories that you can get for this. If you have a really large project, say a blanket or a really large throw, we actually have little connectors for your cables so you can put multiple cables together. There's all kinds of accessories, and again, we also have an expanded range of needle tip sizes online. So if you're looking for something really versatile, the set that you're going to reach for again and again and again, I know personally I love this set. I use it for just about everything. It really covers 90% of the projects that I make, and the cables are extremely flexible. They're really great to work with, you know, they're just really, really wonderful, and they're even great for doing magic loop if you do that. You can have a larger cable for sweaters, sleeves, hats. You can use magic loop with this set for those, so that's another option. But again, that's the Knit Picks Options Interchangeable Needle Set.
Today we want to talk about Takumi Interchangeable Circular Knitting Needle System. Few knitting tools are more useful than a quality interchangeable needle assortment. It's like having a knitting shop in a case. Takumi bamboo knitting needles are legendary for their warm, organic feel, with just the right amount of flex to make them comfortable. Newly designed points accommodate finer yarns and make them perfect for any knitting application. Needles come in 12 sizes. Freestyle cords are incredibly soft and flexible and come in lengths of 16, 24, 29, 36, and 48 inches. Connectors are available to join cords for especially large projects. Stoppers and repair hooks round out the system. That's Clover's Takumi's Interchangeable Circular Knitting Needle System. I'm Steve Butler, and that's been Tool School.
Are shorties. These are our brand new Options Interchangeable Short Set. So you may be wondering, what's up with the short? Well, these short tips and short cables, they connect to make a 16-inch circular needle. Now, our other interchangeable sets, the needle tips are longer, and so these are made especially for smaller circumference knitting. So they are perfect for hats, for example. So I'll take a few out and show you just how cute and tiny they are. And they work perfectly, again, for those 16-inch needles. So look at them right here. How cute is that? And then they connect to our special short cables right here. So when you combine our short cable with the short needle tips, you're going to get a 16-inch interchangeable circular needle, which is really handy, especially if you're a big hat knitter like me. I go through all different yarn weights and sizes, and this just makes it so easy to have almost any size you need. Now, the needle set comes with a size 4 up to 10. And it comes with 2 cables and then the end caps as well and all the usual stuff. So you can see here, I've connected everything and it's all ready to go for my 16-inch circular needle. Now, one tip I do have is that these needle tips, they'll work perfectly fine with our other cables, the longer ones. You just want to remember that these tips are shorter than the regular tips, so your sizing is going to be different than if you would connect our regular cables to our regular interchangeable sets. So they're just going to be a little bit shorter than expected. And again, they work great for hats. Also baby sweaters if you're knitting a smaller size in the round, all kinds of stuff. So these are the new short interchangeable needle set available in Caspian.
Pride-Karbonz Deluxe Special Interchangeable Set by Knitters Pride. Manufactured in India. Carbon fiber is ideal for knitting needles due to its high tensile strength.
Welcome to a special edition of Tool School. Today we want to talk about Takumi knitting products. Clover has recently updated all of the points, connectors, and cords to make your knitting experience even more pleasant. So let's take a look at the entire Takumi line. First thing we have are the single point knitting needles. It comes in 3 different lengths and multiple sizes. We have the double point knitting needles that come in 2 different lengths and multiple sizes. We have the circular knitting needles that comes in 6 different lengths of cords and multiple sizes from very small to very large. If you want the entire set, we have the combination pack. The combination pack has 12 different sizes of needles and 5 different lengths of cords for probably 60 different combinations. If you want to buy this one section at a time, you can actually buy just the cords and just the points as you need them and put your own set together. If you need something different, you can actually use the connectors to put cords together for those special projects. And then we also have the stoppers on the end that keeps your stitches from falling off the end. That's the Takumi knitting program. I'm Steve Butler, and this has been Tool School. As always, we're interested in your thoughts.